And the third part is my methodology, and I include, first I'm going to introduce the participants and the procedure of the study, and my experimental design, and the instruments that I applied, and the final part is the data analysis. About the participants, in this study I used 43 undergraduate students from National Taichung Institute of Technology as participants in this study, and also their age is from 19 to 26 years old. And I choose them from one English reading class, and they majored in international trade. And about my procedure of the study, first I'll have the pilot study before the formal study, and I'll divide my participants into two groups, which are heterogeneous groups and homogeneous groups. And for both groups, they'll receive a pre-test in English reading comprehension, and I use the GPT basic level as the instrument to test their English reading ability. And then the following is the pre-test in the self-questionnaire, and the following is the learning to test their learning motivation. And after that, I will have they need to study one semester cooperative learning in English reading classroom. And after one semester, they will receive the same English test and the same questionnaire. And the final one, they will receive interview. And about my experimental design, I used one English reading classroom as participant, and I used a scientific method to group them into homogeneous groups and heterogeneous groups. And for homogeneous group students, homogeneous groups include 23 participants, and the duration of the experiment is for one semester, and they all study in cooperative learning reading class, and the duration of the class is once a week. And for homogeneous groups, I include 20 participants, and one semester the same as the homogeneous groups. And also they are all studying in cooperative learning reading class, and the duration of the class is once a week. About the grouping method for homogeneous group students, homogeneous group students are grouped based on their GEPD reading score. And I apply this theory called practice theory. And this theory can help me to compare whether their score is close enough or not. And if their score is close enough, and they'll be grouped in the same group. And through this theory, I could group the student into high achiever group, low achiever group, and intermediate achiever group. And if the GEPD reading score is higher than the 27%, then I'll group them into high achiever group. And if they're lower than the 27%, I'll group them into low achiever group. And the other student, I'll just group them into the intermediate achiever groups. And for the heterogeneous group students, they're also grouped by according to their GEPD reading score. And I use the Excel to group them. So in each group, it will have one high achiever, and one high intermediate achiever, and one low achiever. And about my procedure of the interviews, first is the selecting my interviewees. Then I'll provide the consent form and the interview questions 1 week before the formal interviews. And the interview time is about 150 minutes. And then the final part is collecting data. And about my interviewees, for the homogeneous group students, I include 6 interviewees for the homogeneous group. And 3 of them are males and 3 of them are females. And 2 of them are high achievers, 2 of them are intermediate achievers, and 2 of them are low achievers. And for the homogeneous group students, the same, they have 6 interviewees, and 2 of them are males, 4 of them are females. And also they have 2 high achievers, 2 intermediate achievers, and 2 low achievers. About my instruments, I use GPD reading test. That is for basic level to test their reading ability. And the reason for me to use the GPD reading basic level is because the participants are high school students, and also they are not majoring in English. They are not English major. Therefore, if I use the intermediate level for them, that will be too difficult. Therefore, I decided to use the basic level to test them. And the second one is the motivation questionnaire. It's adopted from Clement in 1994. And the third part is the strategy inventory for language learning, and adopted from Oxford in 1990. All questionnaires are 5-point Likert scales, and the same. One point indicated that 1 is the lowest point, and 5 is the highest point. And the interview consists of 3 parts. The first one is the personal information, and second part is the SEAL questionnaire, and the compound alpha of the SEAL questionnaire is for 0.966.